If you like this video, why not subscribe? Hey everybody, welcome back to the Frugal Filmmaker Tip of the Month, where today we are going to talk about power, or how to get it from your wall to your gear. Now of course you're going to do that with an extension cord or a stinger, which is what it's called on set. And there are several ways you can do that, several different extension cords I'm going to show you right now. The first is your cheapest and most lightweight option. This is basically an indoor extension cord. These are 6 feet long. They can be a little longer, a little shorter, but they run you somewhere $1.50, a little more, a little less. But they are 2-prong cords, so they're lighter duty. And I've just got mine shoved inside of a toilet paper tube here to easily store it in my light kit. But they're good for, all different kinds of things. You can power your laptop with this. You can power your clamp lighting, which just uses, an incandescent bulb or whatever. But it's mostly light duty, but it's good to have several of these because they're small and you can throw them in your pocket if you need to. But what if you need to power something a little bigger? Well, let's move up to the industrial strength extension cord here. This is probably actually a medium grade extension cord. I've got 3 of these also. They're about 25 feet long. This will cost you about $8 to $9 at a hardware store. But they also have the 3-pronged outlet complete with a ground. So if you have something that's beefier that you need to power, such as say work lights that have a 3-pronged cord or plug, you're going to want to use one of these. What I've done here is I've essentially got this stored inside of a larger toilet paper tube. This is the packaging that it came in, and I just reinforced it with gaffer's tape on the top and the bottom so it wouldn't fray. So I can just easily slide this on and off to store it in my light kit along with the other extension cords. Now, something you may have asked yourself or noticed is that, if you take out an extension cord or an audio cord or any sort of heavier cabling, have you ever had the experience where you attempt to separate it from itself and it becomes a giant snarled mess? Well, that's because it hasn't been coiled properly. And what should happen, if it has been coiled properly, is your cable should essentially just fall away from itself and not turn into a big knotted mess if you've coiled it right, because there is a technique to coil any kind of a cable so that this will happen every time. And I'm going to show it to you right now. Okay, so you've got your cable and you have to wind it up and it's a giant mess on the floor. So how do you start? Well, you just take your cable, hold it with your right hand, hold the plug with your right hand, take your left hand. Now I'm left-handed, so you might have to reverse this. But I'm just going to start by just how you would expect to start. You take the cable and you rest it over the hand, which is being held by the plug, just in a normal motion. Now you're going to take another length of cable, and this time you're going to twist your hand, turn your wrist when you place it over your hand holding the plug like so. And then you're just going to repeat that. You just put it on normal, and then you turn it, twist your wrist, put it on normal, and twist your wrist, and put it on normal, and twist your wrist, and put it on normal, twist your wrist, and put it on normal. And there you go. Now you've got it. It's all kind of back together. It's not going to be in a perfect circle. Again, mine is a little different shape because I put it back into my sleeve here for storage. But if you're just doing it the way most people do it, it's a big circle and you're holding it together with Velcro. But there it is. It's all back together. And when you take it apart to use it next time, like I said, it should just fall right apart. There's no knots being formed. It doesn't get snarled or snagged. And it's ready for use. No problems. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you is this. This is a cord reel, and essentially it's another 25-foot extension cord or stinger that just is housed inside of this handy cord carrying reel thing. It's retractable, as you can just pull it out however many feet you need, although they recommend you take out the whole thing when you're using it so you don't start a fire. Might be a good idea. Then when you're done, you just kind of roll it back up using this crank. Another nice thing about this is that it gives you 4 outlets that are built right into the cord reel. But the best thing about these is that when you're done on your shoot, you just unplug it from the wall, quickly crank it up, and chuck it back in your car or whatever, and you're ready to go. You can strike really fast with these, which is really nice, unlike where you have to wrap cables and everything else on maybe your more ordinary extension cords. Now, of course, the difference is this is going to be a little more expensive. I mean, this is all plastic, so it's not terrible. These are about $13 at Lowe's, which is where I believe I got mine. But you can find these at any hardware store at varying prices. But these are very, very handy. So those are just several power options you have, several different kinds of cables. You can of course get a heavier duty extension cord by spending more money. I found that I don't really need heavy duty extension cords, that all my productions are kind of, middle, kind of a mid-grade, medium level requirement of power, so I don't need a lot of huge cords. But you might, and there's some really nice ones that actually have where the outlets on the end will light up when you're plugged in, so you've got power. And all sorts of options like that. There's all kinds of things you can do, but you're gonna need some kind of power. These are just a few ideas on getting it. This has been the Frugal Filmmaker Tip of the Month.